Alright, it's February 12th, 2025, and I wanted to make a video today because yesterday I was driving my 2004 Chevy Cavalier, and all of a sudden something came loose in the steering column, which allowed it to flop around like a wet noodle. That was pretty scary. And since then I've done the repair, but I wanted to show you exactly what I did to resolve the issue, because I still see a lot of these out there on the road today. And if you drive one like mine, or if you know somebody that drives a vehicle like mine, have their mechanic look at it and do the repair as needed. So let's get to it. I do have this cover piece off here. Actually, I'm going to show you what I do, just for those that are not familiar. So right here, this piece comes off. It just pulls right off. There's no bolts securing it, but there are 3 bolts on the bottom piece that you have to remove. So 3 bolts come out, and then the bottom piece comes off. And then this bezel for the instrument cluster is going to come off to gain access to the pins or the dowels that are supposed to be secured right there. So they come in from the side. There's one on this side, and then there's one on that side. Those dowels allow that pivot action to happen. So if those dowels come loose, there's nothing to secure it anymore. So then the whole steering column is going to flop around and could potentially cause an accident. Luckily, I was in a parking lot, so I was able to catch it right away and then just drive home very carefully with both hands on the steering wheel, like I should anyway, but I drive with one hand. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I took a long screwdriver, punched them back in, and then I took a punch to kind of make some indents on the outside perimeter to lock those pins again. So I think it's going to be a lasting repair, but obviously I'm going to look into it as I put more mileage on it. I think that's it though. And I'm actually doing a warm-up on the engine because I'm going to do an oil change here in a bit. So I'm letting the engine warm up. And I'm not going to do the oil change like the normal way. I'm going to use this tool right here to extract the oil from the dipstick tube, pull the engine oil from the top. And then you can also change the filter from the top on this engine. It's the 2.2 Ecotec. There's a lot of variations of it, whether it's a 2.0, 2.2, or the 2.4. They have that same filter design, and I think you can still do it on the later models. Mine's a 2004. They do have a dipstick tube that's big enough to insert one of those tubes down in there. But if your dipstick tube is too small, this is not going to work for your application. So stay tuned on the next video. Let's go.